Beautiful.
The director of affiliate programs for the Chez Panisse Foundation, and that probably doesn't mean very much to you, but basically what it means is that we have edible schoolyards in other places in the country, and I oversee those programs. I was here at the edible schoolyard for 10 years. This has been a very recent transition, so I could probably answer any questions that you have. I hope I can, and if I can't, somebody else probably, one of you probably can. Here in Berkeley called Chez Panisse, and this program is funded entirely by the Chez Panisse Foundation. We have a staff of 8 people. We have 3 full-time teaching gardening staff in the garden and 1 80% AmeriCorps member. We have 2 members of staff in the kitchen. We have 2 members of staff in the office doing administration and a lot of volunteer coordination. And we have a very robust a core of about 40 volunteers, and we couldn't do this program without our volunteers. And most of you know that as valuable as volunteers are, if you're going to have a good program, they do take time, and Winslow devotes a lot of her time to organizing and following up and nurturing our volunteers. And we're really, really fortunate. Berkeley is a great community for volunteerism, so we have a big staff when we think about our volunteers. The program at this school is integrated into the curriculum, and by that we mean that teachers, math and science teachers in the garden humanities classes in the kitchen come with their classes to the garden and the kitchen. We're on a block system here, 45-minute blocks. This program gets 2 blocks devoted. The kids get an hour and a half in both the garden and the kitchen, because that's how long we think it takes to teach a class, have kids get what we would like them to get, do their cleanup, come back, close a closing ritual, and go back to the classroom, or depending on the time of day, to lunch or home. Early on, we've done so many different ways of developing lessons and developing ways of having this be successful in the school community. Early on, we spent an afternoon a month, a 2-hour afternoon a month, working with teachers to develop curriculum. I can't say that we really developed curriculum. We did develop lessons. But curriculum is that really funny word that makes me get a little prickly on the back of my neck whenever I hear it, because we have a lot of people who ask us for curriculum, and I cannot say that we have a formal curriculum. We have lessons, we have units, but I can't say that we have what a lot of people would call kind of a pull-out, here it is curriculum. Do not teach the teachers. One of the things that we learned very early on from our teachers was that they did not have time to learn how to teach kids in a garden. They were not interested in teaching kids how to cook in a kitchen. They were not interested in maintaining the garden. It's a 1-acre garden, and it takes a lot of time and effort. And that they were very open to having this program as long as they didn't have to do anything over and above what they already have to do in their completely packed day. So Alice took that information. We collaborated with a lot of people early on, and we have teachers. Our teachers teach in the garden and in the kitchen. The classroom teacher participates. It's not a drop-off program, so the classroom teacher is here with the students, so that goes back to the classroom and comes back here. We in the early years, we paid teachers for their staff time to join us on those 2-hour afternoons once a month to develop lessons. We've had teacher liaisons in the past where we pay a teacher release time, a part of a salary, to come and work with us so that we're sure that we're fully integrated into what's going on during the school day. Also, we had someone working with us on scheduling for a while because, as you can just imagine, scheduling is very problematic. We now have scheduling, we do scheduling in-house, and after 15 years we feel like we are really integrated into the culture and curriculum of the school, so we don't work as formally with the teachers, but more informally at this point. A teacher will have an idea for a lesson, we'll talk about it, we'll implement it, we'll discuss how it could be better, or if it should stay and be enlarged, or if it should go away. So there's still a lot of experimentation going on. It seemed at the time to be the easiest fit, with history. Why isn't it math? Why isn't it reading?
Science,
Yeah,
transformations.
it's kind of all those
It is.
things. It really is.
It
And
is.
we take every advantage. When we go into the kitchen classroom, I'll show you just, for instance, a lesson that we were doing today. But it's, kids have to read the recipe to learn how to prepare the food, and that's about reading, and they have to learn measurement to prepare the recipe, and it's all, it's a middle school, and so much about socialization. We teach them about working together to get a task done, about cooperation, about collaboration. So I think that both the garden and the kitchen are, cover everything, but that's where we started, and it seems to be where we've ended up. Irrigation system. A lot of people ask us that question because we don't put the same crops in the same places every year.
Right.
A lot of crop rotation here, so we don't want to set up a system that we wouldn't basically use, or just water everything in exactly the same way. So the garden staff spends a lot of time hauling hoses and hooking up sort of little, you'll see them, sort of portable irrigation systems.